cloud. Thank you, ma'am. All right, so if anybody's concerned about being recorded, don't be. Moving on. All right, let's start this meeting proper. For those of you who have a mouthful, I'm very sorry. Scott, salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Scott, sign. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to the God of my country, to obey the law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Scott Law. Scott is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Thank you. Now that we're official, doesn't get any more official than that. All right, safety moment. This is last week's safety moment, so you can ignore it, but our friend here, Mr. Barzak, will tell us something else. So I'm gonna maybe press B here and let him talk.
Sorry, trying to be polite, like mom taught me in that. Not talking my mouth full.
There's a safety moment in that.
I know it's kind of later in the year, but with the cooler weather and everything, sometimes we can always review over this with going over a camp out safety checklist. Again, documentation that you need, medical records, guidebooks, permission slips. What kind of hazards you may run into. Being that we are getting into the late fall, some units are still going out camping, winter coming up for Klondike with polar bear. You know, making sure that you got the proper equipment. I remember many camperies going out and all of a sudden in October, and all of a sudden going out the next morning to get ready for the day, and all of a sudden look at the fire bucket next to your tent and, oh, there's a quarter to my side. So you kind of make sure that all your scouts have the proper gear and everything, make sure that you don't run into hypothermia or anything along those lines. Touch on training, general training, youth protection, CPR, first aid, hazardous weather, specific training such as trek safety or wilderness first aid. Planning, what kind of activities you're gonna do, what kind of obstacles can you run into. Letting families know when you're planning on going out, what time you're leaving, what time you're planning on coming back, so everybody knows. Yeah, we're gonna try to have the kids back at this time, or worst case scenario, something happens incrementally that weather turns and all of a sudden phone calls are being made to parents going, yeah, we're coming home early, and is it gonna work for you are you able to pick Johnny or Julie up at our meeting site? Equipment, vehicles involved, tools necessary for your camping experience, trailer requirements, and first aid or emergency kits. Again, emergency planning, prepare scout, conference scout, keep your cell phone handy. Ideally, we know that we don't want the kids having cell phones on the outing, but sometimes they get snuck out, but making sure that leaders have them properly. Everything's phones and everything. Contracts that are here in the standings that don't always have the best service. Like tracking messaging device and all of that location. And program. Know your program, be appropriate safety equipment for proper supervision and adjustment of hazards prior to going out.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And never assume they know what they're doing. You know, we've all experienced it, but it's worth mentioning that preparation also includes verification. You know, while the troop might be prepared and have all the right gear, there's always going to be that one scout that really we needed to bring gloves to Klondike or things like that. And
The
it's,
October outing where it's.
yeah.
Today it's 70 degrees and all of a sudden
Mhm.
sunsets and unfortunately I was one of those scouts, so.
Yep, trust but verify. That helps make sure everybody has a great time. Very good. Thank you. That's always worth reminding everybody because while it's would seem like the most basic thing a scout leader ought to know from the, in his sleep in the dark, it's it can make the difference between a great camping experience and a really lousy camping experience. All right, moving on. Recruitment. We got some numbers from Corey. Things seem to be going pretty well. But what's a good word, sir?
At this point, we have a goal for 400 new scouts by the end of the year. And since April Fool's Day, we're currently at 218, so we're over halfway there. We're trying to find 275 new Cub Scouts in particular this fall between September 1st and December 31st. And yes, according to it's the third 4-month period of the year is fall. Just go with it. But we're at 162 of 275 there. So we're looking for another 113 Cub Scouts in particular, realistically 182 any scouts. I would say at this point, if we haven't heard from you, please call us, but I think we've probably talked to everyone. If you didn't get and we've talked to 2 unit leaders now, if you didn't get the results that you were hoping for out of your first recruitment, please call, we will help you schedule a follow-up. We had a very successful one today.
It's not too late.
Nope, it's always recruiting season. Always.
It's always.
So, all right. Very good, thank you. This just also is a reminder to those of you that haven't looked that there are good resources online, and some of those buttons will make the folks over here work to get you materials that you might be able to use in that effort. So some of these buttons will make Corey work.
Clearly don't do much of that.
Well, I just like saying that, sorry.
In
I'm a little punchy tonight.
particular, the council marketing tools button on there is the big one to be aware of. If you need flyers, if you need signs, that is where you go to order stuff.
Yep, exactly. So, and don't be shy about putting it out because somebody will see it, and if it yields just one new scout, that was worth the effort. All right, every scout is precious. All right. Now, speaking of recruitment, we are still now district commissioner. We're on our way to actually getting Mr. April his crown, so that he can serve as our lead. But that means we have the opportunity for a lot more assistant commissioners to come around and commissioners and unit commissioners. And so, anybody that's willing to serve at that level is still welcome to chime in and let us know. These other seats still go unfilled. Our district nominations chair continues to beat the bushes, but if anybody's got folks that are looking to serve, please let us know and we'll get that name and coordinates to the right folks. All right, moving along, Recharter Fest. That typeface changed since I fiddled with it last. You never know what happens. Doesn't matter. The media, what it says is the important part. Is so that next month, and we're gonna promote this in heavy rotation. We want units to come by, and rather than another roundtable, take it as an opportunity to get their rechartering work done for the year. bring your records, check out your unit, make sure everybody's still signing back up. And then come on down and we'll punch in all the numbers. One thing I have to find out from you guys is with respect to collecting money. In case somebody wanders down here with a checkbook, will we have somebody to write receipts and stuff like that?
Yes, I
Because
have.
for those checks, I'm guessing receipts are very, very interesting.
I have a handwritten receipt book for that very purpose.
All
I'm
right.
not kidding. The
Best kind.
The best case scenario for your unit for your Charter Fest is to have your key three here. Scoutmaster, committee chair, charter organization representative. If you can only manage to have two here, I would say that it's more important for the committee chair and the charter organization representative to be here.
Right. Yeah.
Is that the correct time?
Okay.
Yes, so what we're doing there, and I kind of made the executive decision, 6:45 is normally our committee meeting, but I want to open up a longer time window so that it does also, it's not a shotgun start. It's going to be a rolling start. As you come in, we can sit down. Those of us that are here that know our way through the process can partner with the people coming who might not be as familiar with it. If somebody forgot a laptop, I'll probably have a couple. I'm sure we'll have a few more hanging around here so that, oh, I was supposed to bring a laptop? No problem. Get you logged in. And get through as much of the process as possible. So,
I will say that one time last year, this was at the end of February, when we were desperately trying to make sure one of our units didn't lapse. A committee member was the only one who could make it in and to get it done. He got the login information for his charter from his charter org rep and was able to come go through, click through everything, and we were able to help him with the process. It is much easier if we just have two or all three representatives from the unit here and everybody knows their login information. It will go very quick.
yeah, the only option aside from that, but we're not going to advertise as much as if that person is available, sitting around. Because then they can give them a phone call, say, hey, check your inbox. You've got a signature request in there. Get her done.
So can I ask a question?
Yes, please do.
Yeah, so I'm going to be helping with the recharter this year, and I was planning on coming down, and I'm a key 3 delegate, but planning on coming down with our brand new committee chair. And I guess what my question is what the chartered org rep, what like I said, I haven't been involved in it. What do they need to do?
It's literally 3 or 4 clicks to sign
Okay.
on their part, but it doesn't get finalized until those 3 or 4 clicks to sign get done. And it's much easier to show everyone where the new spot to go in on my.scouting is and click to sign at once than it is to.
Okay, I'll try to make that work then to bring him down as well then.
Keep in mind that it would work just as well if you wanted to just do a Zoom or a Teams on your laptop with him across town, as long as he can log in and share his screen and all that good stuff. But if people are able to be here in person, please be here in person. We're going to have food, we're going to have fellowship, we're all going to go through this new, easier system provided to us from National together.
You
Got
didn't.
it. Okay, thanks.
100% sincere about that.
Yeah, he don't smile on his face.
I was sincere about us all getting through it together.
Yes, very well. Good. We will not advertise the fact that painkillers will be available. All right. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. And that, quite honestly, that countersign process, I think the only real, it's very simple because I've done it several times already, but the key is that if the whole packet hangs up on one person who doesn't check their email, it hangs up, and it'd be great to get it done. And this would be in early November, because at that point you can go into the holidays knowing that the December 28th scramble isn't gonna have to happen.
Give the gift of not having to worry about this over Christmas break.
Well, and maybe the more important thing, and I'm gonna probably include this in one of the things, is don't make work for other people. That should be part of the scout law, actually. Honestly, is like, don't make work for other people, and if units don't recharter in time, it makes a ton of work for people here at the council office to follow up on all that stuff. So it's not in the spirit of the scout law. Let's move on. Friends of Scouting, Bernie, do we have anything specific that we need to know here? I think we're doing pretty well in the cycle.
Yes, but I'm thinking that if you didn't have a presentation this year and you'd like to do one in October, November, December, we could do that and we could count anybody that wants to give for this year. They can pay and then, they get their tax deductible donation this year. And those that don't want to, they want to do it by credit card next year, well, we can hold it till January and then continue from there. But we're a little bit short on our family goal. So if we could get some more groups in, it would be great. And I know there were quite a few that didn't sign up for a presentation last year, so, or this past year. So, let's try to see if we can get 100%.
Very good. Thank you. Moving along. Tonight's gonna be a quick one. Order the Arrow. You want to talk about that? Since you're, involved in some way. A little bit. Fire away.
The law check meetings, so that's specific to Aurora District, those are the first Monday at every month at St. Peter's Parish in West Dallas from 6:30 to 8 p.m. They're a lot of fun. We share important information. A lot of the times you to meet up with people and chat. I recommend going. Haunted Hayride, October 18th and 19th. If your unit wants to help steer, if your unit wants to help park cars, set up. If you yourself want to show up and help out in some way, please volunteer. We're looking for more volunteers to help out in any capacity. So if you're able to make one of those days, both of those days, please sign up. Order the Arrow Brotherhood Day. If it has been more than 6 months since you've completed your ordeal, you are eligible to complete your brotherhood. I really recommend sealing your brotherhood because it really affirms your place within the order, and it's a really great experience. That is November 8th through the 10th, not at Minnesota, it's at Camp Wadowitz.
Who's that?
10 minutes from.
I need to fix the slide. My mistake. I was doing this late at night, as is often the case, and I did look at the calendar, so I think I got the date right. But the place is
Wadowitz. Camp Wadowitz.
yeah, that sounds like a Polish name I can't spell.
D.
DEWITZ, Wadowitz.
You got it.
Like
That's
that?
it. Yep.
That doesn't even sound Polish.
It's Wadowitz
No.
Nature Camp. Yep.
That sounds more Jewish.
Okay.
And that's
But
okay.
That's where it is. You can
Right.
register.
Happy New Year, by
for
the
the
way.
whole weekend. Register just today. If you're already a Brotherhood member, feel free to come out. We have a lot of fellowship going on. Even if you're an ordeal and you're not eligible to complete your Brotherhood, please come out. There's fellowship and you get to spend time with fellow Arrowmen. And then coming way up in the future next year is our winter banquet, Saturday, January 4th. And that'll be in the evening. That's down at Robo Lodge in the Racine area. At that event, we have a lot of awards. We do a yearly recap. It's a really great venue. We've been really lucky to be there the past few years. The staff is really nice. It's a great space. We are looking for silent auction items. So if you yourself want to donate something, or you know, a business or somebody who's willing to donate an item, for our silent auction or raffle giveaway, please reach out. We're looking for items, even if it's like a set of patches or tickets. In the past, we've done like Bruce tickets, we've done a lot of photo patches, baskets, handmade blankets, anything, that would really help us out.
For any type of monetary values, like over a certain amount for.
No, not really.
Sentimental value does count in this case. Awesome. I do like that your youth puts January 4th way out into the future when the rest of us know it's there tomorrow. That's those of us that are a little older in this room. Moving right along, thank you for the updates and for the corrections. Someday I'll send out a copy of proofread before we get this done. Pardon? Yeah. Oh, dues deal. I was gonna actually mention that. There's a dues deal.
Yeah, so dues deal, if you have not yet paid your dues for 2024, you can pay your dues for 2024 and 2025 for only $18. It's normally 16 a year,
Yes.
only 16 a year, so that's like only $2 additional to be registered for 2 years. You technically do need to be registered with the Order of the Arrow in order to attend Order of the Arrow events. So that is available on the website. You can just go click the dues. If you go to the homepage, there's like pay your dues, and then you're able to choose the dues deal. The dues deal. We really recommend if you haven't paid your dues for 2024, please do so. It's really important that we keep members active. Yeah.
But it'll never happen again, because if you do this once, you know, everybody's gonna go, I'll just wait till October. And that doesn't work either, but you know, thank you. That's good information. Very well. My son just learned that registering his car, if you do it late enough, you end up with the next year's sticker because they don't have the last year's sticker anymore.
Oh, that's good.
So the sticker's good for 2 years, but yeah, at least he doesn't get stopped, you know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like, how'd you get a 25 sticker? Oh, well, he is an Eagle Scout. All right, this is coming up soon, and tickets experience purchase, the ability to purchase experiences and tickets has been extended through this Friday. So if you are interested in doing something with your unit, that's both fun, exciting, and a bit different than another unit meeting, be there.
This was pretty, oh boy, am I gonna sneeze now? No. It was kind of cool getting to work with Ally over at the Bucks and put this event together. The courtside kids, the starting lineup, the pregame high five, like it was, you know, she sort of laid out the experiences that we'd be able to get for the kids if they sign up for this. And it's all stuff that, man, I wish I would have gotten to do that when I was a scout. The pregame high five tunnel is literally standing in the tunnel while the players are running out. And yes, if you're one of the 20 kids selected for that, you do get to high five Giannis, who knows how to pronounce that last name? What they said. And see the
Exactly.
difference between the size
He
of
cares
your
about
hand
sports.
and their hand and his hand. So
Yes, that is if these guys don't sprain something, high-fiving kids that are that low. Whoops. Well, whatever, we're gonna move on. Oh, I'm never gonna mind you. So, we have a crew that is whipping up a cool Klondike. See how I went down that path? I tell you, when you get to be a scoutmaster whose kids have aged out, the dad jokes get thick. So. I'm just gonna stop talking and get a sandwich.
You interested in some Boy Scout popcorn?
Well, yes, I would love some Boy Scout popcorn.
I'm sorry, refresh out.
That's right.
How about you, sir? Are you interested in some Boy Scout popcorn?
Sure. Why, yes, I'm a friend of scouting. Yeah.
Oh.
Boom.
Yeah.
Back to our conversation about insurance, I guess. Awesome.
Say the operator here.
There it goes. Yeah.
Excellent, nice. In true Klondike team tradition and style, so. These guys are having fun putting this together, so you know how much fun we're gonna have going to the event. Anything special and specific that we should tell everybody?
So
Beyond
that
that.
would lead us to the next step that we want to present to all of the units out there, which is our patch design contest. Okay, we're putting the patch design this year in the hands of the units, or any scout or scouter who would like to submit. We've got this information that we're giving out to you tonight, and I'm hoping that our district folks will help us to get an email out to the rest of the districts, so you don't necessarily have to remember this at this moment. It'll be coming out very soon. But we are looking for a design in the secret agent theme. We're looking for this design to be submitted by November 1st, and the planning committee will make a selection from all of those designs submitted and be able to announce the winner, hopefully at our November roundtable. Eric, you want to flip into the next slide?
Gladly, sir, gladly.
So we're looking for a secret agent theme. We need to have the tech for Aurora District Conduct in 2025. Scouts, scouters, anybody who's registered with the district is welcome to participate. We are not necessarily looking for a polished final design. Sketch on a napkin, taken a picture taken of a sketch on a napkin and sent to us will be just fine. We're looking for concepts. Any design should come to me. My email address is up on the screen and that'll go out in the email as well. Make sure you include your name, unit number, and rank or position. The unit submitting the winning design will receive top secret advanced intelligence of Klondike competition events. They will be hand delivered to a troop meeting prior to the event. You're going to see information about the competition before any other unit in the district gets an opportunity to see it. But there is some incentive behind submitting this stuff. So have fun with it. If there are any questions, let Peter or I know. But we're looking forward to seeing some cool designs coming in from everybody. And again, scouters, everybody welcome, doesn't have to be a polished design. We're just looking for some fun secret agent themed ideas to put on our mission patch for this event.
Mission HQ as a polishing department, I say.
Yes,
All right, good.
we got a very good team.
All right, awesome. We will get the word out. November 1. And we'll see what we get. Cool. Awesome. And you heard me probably rabble rousing during the committee meeting call. But you know, the other districts, Klondike is on the homepage of Three Harbors website already, and ours wasn't, so Corey's gonna get that.
I'll be taking care of that.
Whoever these South Shores and Red Arrows are, I don't know. All right, very good. Just a couple more things to quickly check up on. If your if your unit's looking for service opportunities and are at a total loss where to find them, this organization can help you identify individuals in your neighborhoods and communities that could use a little bit of help in the fall, and also as winter approaches, that will also be the case. So this is something Jersey, Mr. Bosler has come up with, and we continue to at least remind folks that it's an opportunity in case your scouts needs to or seem to not be able to find places to do some service. All right. This is our Standing Eagles advancement slide. So far, so good. Please keep sending them to futureeagles@auroradistrict.org. I do have a small warning for those of you in the know, is if you get a bounce, let me know instantly. The auroradistrict.org domain, perfectly good. Google's moved all their domains to Squarespace, and some of the paperwork got all catawankles as a result. So it should be working just fine, but I got this interesting message that it might be canceled. I'm monitoring it very carefully to make sure that the messages get through. I'll also probably work with Stoffel at some point to get that domain brought over here, because I really shouldn't be the one owning the dang thing. So, all right. But I have a half a dozen domains, so. District Executive, are you still on the line?
I am still here.
Have this is your last month's update. Do you have an update for this
is.
month?
Yeah, so well, I'll go off of that first bullet point. I'll continue talking about the camporee. I thought it was an awesome, really fun time. Climbing wall was a smashing success, to the point where we've been told they want the climbing tower at camp like 4 times a year.
All right. Okay, good.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I thought the camporee was great. It was really nice seeing that many tents in camp. It really was. I remember waking up that morning, looking out and just seeing a field of tents, and I was just like, ah, yes, this is camp.
Must have been intense.
It was intense. It was early in the morning, pre-coffee. The sun hasn't even really come up yet. You know, it was too early. But the perfect time. Anyway, other than that, the Brewers unfortunately aren't doing too hot, I've heard. My team didn't make the playoffs, so that's all right. We did run a concession stand out there with the Brewers this year. It was a smashing success. I would say we had a group of 5 to 6 people each game, and the take home from each game is anywhere from $95 to $280
Nice.
each game. I think we're going to be trying this again next year. It might not be spearheaded by me. It might be guided by me. But Yeah, we're gonna have a big meeting about it sometime in the next couple of months. I'm gonna put a date on the calendar here. It's gonna be open to everybody. And that is basically gonna be where I'm going to explain how it runs, how it works, all that kind of stuff. You don't have to come and commit, you just come for the information. The thing we do need is commitment by the end of February. That is a big thing. We want to know what games you can work and with how many people by the end of February. If we can get those numbers, that would be great. We were kind of working with 3 units from across the whole council this year, and it was somewhat tough to get our group to get together on all those. If we get a whole big group of people, even if 5 people from one unit want to do this, we can find a spot for them if other unit B comes in and has 2 other people to fill that stand that day. So if we can get commitment from people by the end of February, we can align all these schedules, we can make it all work. And we can have backup people and schedule it all out before chaos ensues.
That's a mouthful. What else you
Yeah.
got?
That was just about it. Well, I do want to highlight a few other things. Oak pick, if we didn't mention that. Oak
Oh, we
pick
didn't.
coming up here in November. The reason I want to highlight it is if you want to do it, it is put on by the Potawatomi Area Council, but if you want to do it, the late fee gets enacted on the 11th of this month. So if you want to sign up, you have a couple days before that late fee comes in. It is only a $10 late fee, but it's $10 cheaper. Cold weather camping. That's one thing I really enjoy, so wanted to highlight that. It's on our calendar here.
Well, and a great opportunity to collaborate with a neighbor council.
Absolutely.
Oh, they run a pretty nice summer camp program. I learned that this summer, so.
Yeah. And the Heritage Museum Traderie is also going to be coming up here in November 2nd. And that's a really fun event. Bring your patches, buy some patches if you want. It's just a really cool event to see some cool scouting memorabilia. There's my cat if anybody hears him.
I gave you a bunch of patches that I think are still somewhere close to your desk, sir, that you could
They
probably
are.
put in there. So. Because old scouters give me stuff. And then I'm like, why am I gonna do this? So, all right. Anything else?
I think that's all I have room for on my slide there.
Good. Look at that. We make the slide real time. Cool. Any questions for our DE? Okay, now DD. You're next.
Thank you.
There.
Cool.
Still have the old picture of you there, but that's so we got Recharter Fest. I didn't put the logo here. I should. I'll get there.
It's okay.
What else you got?
We talked about Recharter Fest already tonight. Again, try to have your key 3 here on November 6th. So we can all go through and experience this new, easier to use system provided to us by National. Again, if you would like to work a little bit more on your recruitment, give me a call. I am trying to wrap up all of my visits with PAX by the end of this month. I should have gotten to pretty much everybody pack wise by the end of this month, and then starting in November, I plan to start making my way around, and I think John will be visiting some troops as well. Some of the things that we're looking forward to talking to the troops about are Jamboree in 26 and the opportunity that is. NYLT coming up in June of 2025. As a parent of an NYLT former scout and current staffer, it was the coolest thing to send them away for a week and come back more useful. I love
Isn't that
my
what
kids.
scouting does over 10 years?
It does, but really a lot of gains get made in that 7 days of NYLT.
Awesome.
If you have someone within your unit already that you think would make a good commissioner, please reach out to Floyd or Mr. Bosler. We could always, it doesn't have to be the scoutmaster that's here every month for Roundtable. We're happy to talk to some other representative as well. I'll also be talking to units about the opportunity of venture, especially the older boys that might be aging out in the next year or two. They can still go to Jambo as a youth, as a venturer. And then I'll also talk to them a little bit about figuring out what their election dates could be for OA in spring. That's what Corey's working on pretty much for the rest of the year.
We shall call you Jack, Jack of all trades.
Yes, and a master of none, and I mean that.
I won't say anything. Very good. And you've filled up your slide too, sir. So. All right. We have bottomed out. Thank you. That's my job, is to say thank you for everything that you guys are doing. We had talked briefly about moving some of these meetings to the second Wednesday in the month. But at present, we are not going to do that. And then this slide needs to be updated too, because Eric works at the night sometimes. And our next one is 06 November 2024, or as it will be known in the future, Recharter Fest. The city of festivals. Gotta have Recharter Fest.
Mhm.
Any questions?
I actually have some information for the Jamboree. November 13th at 7:30 PM will be the kickoff Zoom meeting. You go on to the council site. There is a link there that you can sign up for to get information. You'll be given the link before the 13th to invite you to the meeting. Minimum age by July 22nd of 26 has to be 12 years old in first class. And then the oldest you can be is by August 1st is 18 to be considered a youth, unless you are part of the venture crew. That is all I got.
Thank you.
I've
All right.
I've got something.
Yes, Jody, what's up?
Okay, so because I do rummage sales and yes, I do things like on Facebook Market, I have noticed quite a bit of people, I don't know the people, but they are trying to sell scout books as in pack, Boy Scouts, neckerchiefs, slides, patches, hats, you name it. So if I don't know exactly how to put it. I know at the very beginning I had said, reach out to the scout office. And some people have, and they look and they'll, text me back and say, well, will they pay the amount? I'm like, don't think so, but you can certainly donate to them. They would be probably greatly appreciated, or even better yet, go to a scout like a meeting, or contact the scout office and they can kind of help you out in, donating some of the stuff, but of course, they obviously want the try to get some money back for it. But yeah, if anybody notices it, people are trying to sell some of their stuff that's related to scouts on Facebook Market.
In most cases, they'll probably end up somewhat disappointed. But it is an opportunity to reach out and see if they're willing to donate, so.
Right.
Can't convince
right,
them all. People have their own motivations, I suspect, but
Right.
it's worth
Every time I'm on Facebook Market and I see that, my head just shakes and I just want to fist. And it's like, no, don't fist, but try to donate it. There are other people that could potentially need it or use it for whatever reason. And the other thing is belt loops or patches, like swimming for Cub Scouts. You don't want to just give Johnny the belt loop or the patch. You got to earn it. But I don't know.
And that's if those old ones they're selling have any value, as the new ones all look different now anyway, so.
Right. So
The books.
that's all I gotta say.
Well,
When I worked in the scout office, we would take in old uniforms and give them out to kids, but now we're getting new uniforms that are gonna say Scout America. So I don't,
Right.
those are gonna, the old ones are gonna be allowed. I haven't heard anything on that yet, but all the books, everything is new, and I think kids should.
Yeah, the books are all new.
The kids should keep their books. That's their history.
Exactly. Thank
I
you.
suspect that the uniforms aren't going to be force changed anytime soon. We're not gonna be tearing uniforms off of scouts going, you don't have Scouting America on there, go away. That would be a very quick way to ruin our membership numbers.
Well, they used to make a patch because when things had changed with the girls and the boy thing, they had, I think it was listed as Boy Scouting.
Well,
hats,
yeah.
everything. And they changed it out, and you could buy, or you could get a patch to put over that, so that it didn't show, but I don't know what they're gonna do as far as anything now.
I think that Scouts BSA are gonna remain the same, so. That's it. Any other questions? Otherwise, let's wrap it up and get on with our lives. Thank you, folks.
Thanks for being here, folks.
Yeah.